So, you're thinking about doing business in South Korea. That's fantastic. But I'm going to tell you something you might not find in a business textbook. You can have the most amazing product, a flawless financial plan, but to really, truly make it there, you have to get one thing straight. In Korea, business is personal. It's the unwritten rules, the little things, that can matter way more than any line in a contract. So, let's get into it.
Okay, so you've put in the work. You've done all the market research, you've crunched the numbers, and your business plan, it looks airtight. You're ready to go, right?
Well, hold on a second. Because there's this whole other side to being prepared that so many people miss, and it has nothing to do with spreadsheets or PowerPoints. It's all about how you carry yourself, how you show respect, and most importantly, how you build real relationships. Honestly, this is where deals are actually won or lost.
And that's really the heart of what we're talking about today. Think about that for a second. The right gesture can be more valuable than the right number. We're going to walk through everything you need to know from that very first hello to the final toast. This is your cultural playbook for success.
First up, before you even think about stepping into a meeting room, it all starts with the right preparation and, more importantly, the right mindset. Now this right here is probably the most important slide of them all. You have to get this mindset shift. In a lot of Western business cultures, we're very transactional, right? We focused on the deal, the terms, the bottom line, and yeah, maybe a good relationship comes out of it. In South Korea, you have to flip that completely on its head. The main goal is building a strong, trust-based relationship. The deal, that's what happens after you've built that foundation. It's the result, not the starting point. And that relational approach is built on a few really core ideas. First, hierarchy is a huge deal. You need to know who the most senior person in the room is, because their age and their title will literally dictate who sits where and who speaks when. Next, it's all about group harmony. The team's feeling, the collective good, is way more important than any one person's opinion. That means, and listen closely here, you need patience, a lot of it. Rushing the process is a major sign of disrespect. But here's the wild part, the big contradiction. The famous poly-poly culture, which means hurry, hurry. Once that relationship is solid and a decision has finally been made, things will happen at lightning speed. It's an amazing thing to see.
Okay, now let's talk about that critical moment, the first impression. The way you greet someone sets the tone for everything that follows.
This isn't just a quick, hey, how are you? It's a precise, respectful ritual. It all starts with a bow. We're not talking about a full 90-degree fold. It's more of a slight, respectful inclination of your head and shoulders. Now, if a handshake is offered, wait for the most senior person to initiate it. And when you shake, use your left hand to gently support your right forearm. It's a small gesture, but it shows a huge amount of respect. And then we get to the main event, the business card exchange. You have to get this part right. Always, and I mean always, use two hands to give your card and to receive a card. When someone hands you their card, don't just glance at it. Stop. Take a moment to actually read it. Acknowledge their name, their title. Then carefully place it on the table in front of you and leave it there for the meeting. The big no-nos, don't you dare write on it in front of them, and for goodness sakes, don't just shove it into your back pocket. It's a huge sign of disrespect. This phrase just sums it up perfectly. A business card in South Korea isn't just a piece of paper. It's a direct extension of the person giving it to you. It's their face, their identity, their reputation. The way you handle that card is, in their eyes, the way you're handling them. It's that important.
All right, let's move inside. You've nailed a greeting, you're sitting down, their business card is sitting respectfully on the table in front of you. Now the real talks begin.
So you present your big idea. You lay out your proposal. You ask for feedback. And what you get back are phrases like, we will consider that, or maybe, that could be a little difficult. And you might walk out of there scratching your head thinking, why won't anyone just give me a straight answer? Well, the answer is a deeply important cultural concept called kibun. Kibun is, well, it's a mix of someone's mood, their feelings, their pride, their personal state of being. And in Korean culture, it's absolutely crucial to protect everyone's kibun. A direct no is seen as confrontational. It can damage someone's kibun, make them lose face, and totally disrupt the harmony of the group. So communication becomes more indirect to make sure everyone feels respected. And to navigate this, you need to develop your nunchi. You can think of nunchi as your business superpower in Korea. It's the subtle art of reading the room. It's about paying attention to body language, to tone, to what isn't being said out loud. Mastering your nunchi allows you to understand that we will consider it might actually be a very polite no. It's about hearing the true meaning behind the words.
Okay, so the formal meeting ends. You might think the work is done for the day, but you'd be wrong. In fact, some of the most important work is just about to start.
This quote just nails it. Socializing after work, especially going out for dinner and drinks, what's often called hosic, is not an optional activity. It's a critical part of the business process. This is where people let their guard down, where you can move from being business contacts to being actual partners. This is where the real trust is built.
And you guessed it, there are rules here too. Rule number 1, never, ever pour your own drink. Instead, keep an eye on everyone else's glass, especially your seniors. When you pour for an elder, always use 2 hands to hold the bottle. It's a sign of respect. And if someone pours a drink for you, you should accept it, particularly the first round. Oh, and don't even think about pulling out your wallet to split the bill. The host or the most senior person there will almost always pay. Just relax, participate, and enjoy it. It's all part of building the team.
So you've made it through the meetings and the dinners. The final piece of the puzzle is about cementing that relationship and playing the long game.
Gift giving is a really nice touch, and it's pretty common. A thoughtful gift from your home country is usually a perfect choice. Just a few things to watch out for. Don't give anything super expensive. It can be misinterpreted as a bribe. Stay away from giving things in sets of 4. That number is considered unlucky. And never, ever write someone's name in red ink. And just like with business cards, remember to present and receive any gift with 2 hands. Now, after everything is said and done, you might be anxiously waiting for an email or a phone call with the final decision. And you might hear nothing. Don't panic. Silence is not a no. It usually means your proposal is being passed around, being carefully considered by the whole group to reach a consensus. Remember what we said at the beginning? Patience is absolutely key.
So, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. Yes, a signed document is important, but the real foundation of any business deal in South Korea is the strength of the personal relationship you've built. The trust, the mutual respect, that is the real contract.
And so that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. When you go to Korea, are you just trying to build a deal? Or are you there to build a real, lasting partnership? Because at the end of the day, only that second approach is going to lead to success.